have created this resource in Smart Notebook software in order to help students understand the history of Australia Day. This resource is aimed for students in Year 3 to 4. It is important that students understand that Australia Day is important for all Australians, including Indigenous Australians. It is a day that reminds us that the land wasn't empty when the first fleet arrived, that an old and different culture was here long before European settlement, and that reconciliation is an important part of Australia Day. To start off with, I have the National Anthem, and I have linked the sound file. So if you click on the sound file, now many students are familiar with the first verse, but many are unfamiliar with the second verse. What you can do with this is you can look at the text, you can pull it apart. What do the words mean? Why were they put there? And what does it say about Australia? The next part is to have a look at the national flags, and there is text about how the flags should be treated with respect and dignity, how we should raise them, and how the flags are flown at half-mast position as a sign of mourning. The Australian national flag has 3 elements on a blue background. First is the Union Jack, the Commonwealth Star, and the Southern Cross. These elements make up the Australian flag. Students then can drag the elements to create the Australian flag on the interactive smartboard. The official Australian flags, including the Aboriginal flag and the Torres Strait Island flag, are other Australian flags. Students in this activity are asked to put the Indigenous flag together, and they need to move these tabs here to represent parts of the flag. There is a hint on the side included on a pull tab. Students are also invited to put the Torres Strait Islander flag together. Again, if students need a hint, there is a pull tab to assist them on the side. It also highlights the meaning of the colours on the Torres Strait Islander flag. The next part here, looking at Australian values. Now this data was collected and I've simply put it on this page. So 60% of Australians believe that being down to earth is a very important part of Australian identity. With this page here, you could use the shade, so you can reveal one part at a time. So you can reveal the second point. 50% of Australians feel that mateship is a very important part of Australian identity. And then you could have a discussion about mateship. What is mateship? What does it mean? Then you can drag down to reveal the next point. The next page here is based on a class poll. So based on the data, these were the elements which were important to being the values of being an Australian. Being down to earth, honesty, sport, mateship, and multiculturalism. And students can select one and have a class vote. This square has been infinitely cloned. So as students vote, they can drag their vote down to form a graph. As a class, you can interpret these results. You can write the results here, And you can also select the dual page to compare to the national survey. Once you have created your class poll, you can use this target here. So based on the data, what did your class think was most important? So did they feel multiculturalism was most important? Honesty, sport, or maybe they had another one. You can download 10 Things About Australian Day poster for free at this website, and you can print it off in colour to display in your classroom. You can also download it and display it on your interactive smartboard. There are also some really cool interactive online games. For example, Australian Cross-Offs, a giraffe actually plays basketball, Australia Day quiz, and Lenny Loose Jock's Blast. This notebook document can be downloaded from my blog for free on this website. Happy Australia Day for 2013.